Boom. Hello, everybody. Welcome at this fine day. My eye is better. My mood is better. The rough Mondays and Tuesdays are gone. My brain is ready for the big brain moments. Take on the puzzles. I'm ready. I'm here. We will march on forward and learn from our mistakes. And of course, I'm sure at some point I'll look like a dumbass again. That's what these games do. They're very humbling in that way. Beautiful, though. It's needed. Sometimes you need to be reminded. Beautiful. We kind of cut our third day a little short, so we could have gotten even more stuff done, but it was getting kind of late, which I'm going to have kind of a rough cutoff at some point, because I do not want to go to midnight, nor can I. Okay, so we are here. First things first. God is here. Oh my. Debatable. Welcome, I watch FTL. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and repick this. We've already... Oh! Rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots today. Ew. That seems interesting. Let's do that. The tool shed sounds tempting. It's funny how these two are together, but I would really like... I bet there's a shovel in the tool shed. I don't really have anything for trade. You know what? Let's do tool shed. This will be kind of different. Metal detector? Okay. Gimme. And a watering can. The first time you enter a green room, use water to gain 1 gem. That is rather interesting. Okay. Also, I presume that because we unlocked everything on the west side via a garage connection, we're going to need some kind of similar connection probably on the east side to unlock that gate. Like we did on this side. Something I'll try to work towards as well. If we can. Ideally. Alright. I see like changes in here. Let us go to the left. I got a nook to start things off and a den. Let's do a den. And I'll take the gem, and I really would like... Yes, I did. I picked a tool shed, and I have a metal detector and a watering can. First thing I did. Sure did. That's lost value if I didn't. So welcome, you're on. Ooh, now we get the parlor. Or we get this room, which gives us more rerolls, which we had upgraded last time. Let's do that. Because I would very much like some more dice rolls, please. Thank you. Beautiful. Alright. Anything else in here? I don't believe so. What the living shit is this? Why? Why is there a silhouette of a Grim Reaper? It comes with the upgrade? Oh my lord. Alright. I picked the spooky upgrade. Spooky. Almost made me have a spooky dookie. Good lord. Alright. We could do hallway to do multiple connections. I don't care about that. I need keys, so let's go ahead and do keys. Give me my money. Beautiful. Okay, feet are getting a little low. Getting there, though. We're getting there. Alright. Corridor, yes. Passageway seems pointless. Hallway seems interesting. Let's do hallway. And also, can we go ahead? I guess we could save this room for something if we really wanted to. In case we like hit a dead end. I don't know if I'll get that many feet to come back, considering how much I've burnt to do the shed and so on. So we'll see. Ooh, what is that? Same thing? Doors in the west wing. Right. Okay. I don't care about the food. Pantry gives us money. Sure. Take a little money. Ooh, we get an apple. Okay, cool. Apple's good for us. Only 2 feet? Didn't like the banana give us 5? I am definitely doing the nursery for this. Because I want more feet for our future. Perfect. Anything? Okay, we read. Oh, we have a rabbit's foot. A greater chance of finding items. That's amazing. You also get better at just drafting rooms over time. Gotcha. Had to make more optimal choices. And you read the 5 books? Do I? Now, I read this book, which was a cool book. I like the rabbit's foot, though. That's the first time we've gotten that. Okay. Parlor would give us gems. Nook would give us a key. We're gonna need more gems. Don't you start with me, I watch FTL. Don't you start. Ooh, I got a free magnifying glass. Hey! Frickin' A. Alright, so what do we got here? The blue box is empty. The statement appears... This statement appears on another box. Well, this is a much more difficult version of this. So, the blue box is empty. Is the only statement that seems relevant. So that is definitely an empty box. This statement appears on another box is a false statement. And this is a false statement. This is a super easy version of this. Well, 2 boxes have to be empty. I want to double check. There'll always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. This feels like a 50-50 choice, though, to me. Because there's no guarantee that the box that has a false statement or the true statement has the gems. Only 1 box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. There'll always be at least 1 box which displays an only false statement. See, it does not specify if the ones that always display a false statement or true statement are the empty boxes. That's not necessarily true. The statement on this box, the statement appears on another box. The statement. That's false. It does appear on another box. The blue box is empty is probably a true statement. I'm gonna guess that the answer is the middle box for the pick. But there's it's either the black or the white box, and there's no indication that the gems wouldn't be in the false box. Okay. Did we lose the 50-50? We lost the 50-50. Now, why is this, clever boys in chat, why was this not an even 50-50? What am I misunderstanding about my deduction? Oh. I see. Okay. Well. Oh well. Oh well. So these are always worded to deduce. It's never 50-50 even if it seems like it. Okay. Okay. Courtyard, we can get an extra gem from this. We'll actually get a lot of gems from this, which would be very, very good for us. Kind of limiting our direction, but okay. Bedroom might also be a good idea. Gotcha, you're on. Yeah. We get a lot of steps from this. I'm gonna do this. That's because also we have the nursery. Oh, and I got gems from it anyway. Rabbit foot paying off. Rushing, looking for something specific. Distracted mind. Now this is what's interesting to me. A moon necklace. Anything else on this picture? Seems interesting. Any kind of hidden code? Very interesting. And then we already checked this before. We kind of went over with the magnifying glass and I didn't see anything. Okay. Ooh, we have security. Security give us both directions, but requires a gem. Yeah, let's do security so we can go that other direction. And we've not done security room before. Oh. Cutscene. There's a room with a piano? Security camera on the security team. Or in that same room. That's kind of funny. Alright, good thing we got the magnifying glass for this room. So, a bunch of tapes here. Can access the computer, which we have before. We have a notepad. Before we do anything else, let's get some stuff that's around here. Anything of... Okay, we got a bunch of sticky notes. Alright, is this the same thing that gives us indication of the password? Yes, which we already know is Swan Song. Okay. Till further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. Oh. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the state, likewise as the rotunda security measure, or redundant. As a redundant security measure, normal doors in this state will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. We already got that information from a beautiful chat, so we're good there. I like that it updates the visual. That's kind of cool. This is cool. This place has a horse. Alright, first things first. Notepad. What? This game gives you trust issues. Holy shit. So you're telling me that all red memos that I've read are lies. That's what you're telling me, game. Okay. Okay. Also, where is my freaking blueprints folder? There you are. Thank you. Saving that. That's good information. Okay, so by that statement, this that said the antechamber has been unlocked is actually false. Now, it said that we need to get both levers on both sides to unlock. Go back to the notepad. Oh, yeah. Unless written by hand. Ew. Unless written by hand. Yeah, no. I want to do it like this. That's very valuable bit of information. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So, the antechamber is kind of our goal from the get-go. And my understanding is... Yes. I haven't organized it all today. I was repairing a slate pathway in the heat all day today. My apologies. So this is obviously a lie. Now, sounds awful. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It could have been worse. My understanding is that there was a lever that I pulled to open the gate. Now, when it talked about the antechamber, I remember there was a note that said that the lever for it was broken. There were two other ways to do it. You had to pull the two of the levers on both sides. Now, I don't think I've actually pulled the lever for it. Yeah, I just clicked the gate. Yeah, I didn't pull any levers yet. But there's a lever on each side of the gardens, it said. So we need to keep that in mind. Okay, was there anything else here that's relevant to me? I don't think so. Let's go this way. We have enough money to potentially buy something. Oh yeah, the computer. Yeah. In the laboratory. The breaker box, we have a new code for. So I'm going to open up the breaker box. And there's a key in there. Okay, but first we'll do this. Estate. The following is a detailed list of items currently in the house. They've yet to be collected. Well, the key we saw in the breaker box to the door we just got. So I've gotten everything else. Okay. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within this state that can only be unlocked via electric card. Currently operational. Keycard system settings. Security level medium. Offline mode unlocked. Oh. The security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting and 5 to 6 with a high setting. So if we had a key card, we could kind of use that to our advantage. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't have a key card, so we'll do that. This mode determines the default setting the security doors will be set to if power is lost. Ah. So we can do unlock, and we have the breaker, so we can put the unlock, put it to high, turn the power off, which is a win. Right. During a blackout. General rule setting offline. Beautiful. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So we'll change the security level to high. Unlocked mode for, and just to be clear, unlocked mode, offline mode is unlocked. So that's what we want, and we'll make sure to turn that off. So that'll be super useful for us. Wait, was there anything else? Log into network. Yeah, let's log into network. Oh. Okay, staff services. This seems similar. Is there anything different than the electric mail? Via the office. Alright, so we already did the office mail. We have no other rooms, so there's no point in data transfer. Right. We don't need a glossary of the terms. We don't have any of the terminals online to do anything. At some point we probably will need to have that. And then staff services. Oh, wait, we already know all of this. Schedule requests. Read the description in RTA? We mean RTA. Oh, remote terminal access. It is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the state using RTA. Okay. If terminals are currently connected. Offline, offline. Yeah, because I don't have any other rooms selected. If I pick the office, I could then access this. Or maybe, yeah, maybe an upgrade. So I don't think there's anything else relevant in this, because I went through all of this before. I could do another special order. I think last time I did a shovel. We'll do a sledge. Why not? Staff announcements. They already know that I have that. Okay. So these are all currently the same. Okay. Now, before we do anything as well, this is important because we have, I believe it is this bit of information. Yeah, look at that. I instantly got my note. And I got the right note. Also, whatever we do next week, please test out the correct sequence is off, blue, green, white, red, and purple. Thanks for the details. But, as we learned, right, the vac indicator lights installed per installation have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, right? So, we understand the change. So now if I click purple, my understanding is that it will go purple to white, I'm guessing. We'll keep that sequence up right there. This is going to be a little bit of a thing. The first things first, we'll turn the garage on. Keycard security went off. That's what we just did. Oh god, I need to turn them all purple to then change it. Yeah. Alright, hold on. Did this before. You need to be red, but you need to be blue. Boom. Alright, so now they're all purple. Now from when they're all purple, we supposedly can get a white one, which is going to be the third. Boom. Okay. Green will be the easiest. This needs to be to red. But this got changed. So I need to turn this blue. Okay, hold on. So we need purple on this side. So if I click this, does it change white? No. Okay, good. Alright, so blue and then off. Then green. Okay. So off, blue, green, and white. Now we have red and purple. Now we can get to red. Purple. Red. Ooh. Why, hello. What do we have here? Oh, that door opened. I know where that is. The gemstone cavern has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with 2 gems. Let's go. Frickin' A. Oh, it feels good, man. That feels real good. Look at that. Previous clue useful. And we did it. Oh, turn the gym off too? Alright, you cost me a step for that. The gymnasium. If we come across it. Okay. Nook all the way. Did this change at all? No. I've also been checking some things because I think some things might end up getting changed, but probably only after I upgrade the room, I presume. Probably. Anything else in here? No. Okay, drawing room could be really good. We only have 1 gem. I really want a green room because we have the watering can, so we can get good value. So let's take this so that we can re-roll and try to get a green room. AKA a garden. Okay. Is there anything in here? This would be a good place to hide something, I think. I want to double check. Give a little once over, see if anything kind of stands out. I think does. I wish I could magnifying glass this, because that seems suspicious. No fire in the fireplace. Alright. Office again. Closet. Let's do a reroll. The locksmith. Spare bedroom. Yeah, I'll do a spare bedroom because I'll make feet from that. And then I can go forward. And let's go here. Oh, the billiard room. Which would give us gems, which is something I do want. Because I forget the courtyard requires gems, so we need gems to make gems. You need money to make money, who knew? Anyone here know that? I didn't know that. Alright, before we even start. Anything in here before I get started on that puzzle? Okay. Okay. 3 plus that is 13. So 19 minus 4 is 15. 15 minus 10 is 5 times 3 is 15 again. 12 minus 3 is 9, times 1 is 9. It only gave me a key, not a gem. Give me the silver key, though. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. Oh. Interesting. The parlor room last puzzle also gave gems. I couldn't remember the last time I did the billiards room. That was really the only logic to it, Euron. I'm glad that you've done it enough to know that, but I just thought because puzzle rooms can give loot. I'm gonna have to say... This would give us a lot of steps. This would give us a lot more opening. So we'll take the chapel. Because I got the money for it. But I'm going to... Let's go this direction. We're kind of going back and forth, which is a little risky. But I'm okay with this. Oh, there is something in this time around. Hey, look, a gem. Huh. Apparently there's something more in this room. That's kind of surprising. Is there another gem in this room? Oh. Got a coin. Okay. That's a really well hidden coin. Ooh. At least take us forward, and we do get an astrology, and we have a gem for it, but I really want a gardening room for the gem. So we'll do a reroll. The observatory seems pretty cool. Damn. We're not rank 8 yet. Oh, it's this room. Okay. Give me my free gem. And I retake the letter, which will have a 4 on it. Which we've already read through. I didn't see anything that had any hidden text. We've already got that letter. As indicated into one of these red letters right here, which is a permanent thing. Coat checking. Ooh. Kind of interesting. We might get some good loot, so I'm gonna do this. We have number 2 star today. Complete star base, a list of constellations, right. Kind of tells me what all of them mean. But I also have the magnifying glass. I wonder, this would be a great book to hide something in. I don't know what you would hide necessarily, but it would be a good book for it. Anything else around here? Oh, you can actually touch the globe? Ah! Cool. I know the game kinda does this, but I do wish, the things that you can interact with were a little bit more defined. Mainly because I've done a lot of exploring, and I noticed, say, this globe I can, but like the books and other things I couldn't really interact with. But the globes I can. But there's not really any indication of that. And once you kind of hit the wall where you don't see anything you can interact with, you kind of start to assume you can't interact with certain things. Just to kind of increase that exploration kind of drive. pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Okay. Well, how many feet is that? Because entering these rooms does not give me any steps, I don't think. So, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There'd be 18 to go there and back for the 2 chests. That feels kind of worth it. I don't know if I have the chests, maybe they're locked though. Like women's chests, you need keys to open them? Yeah, we got 1 key. Okay, well that, alright, we'll keep going. That's a good little hint. Kitchen we don't care about. Secret passage. Ooh. Secret passage. We could instantly go to the hallway. That makes getting to the chests easier, which is great. We can't really do anything from here. Leads to a room of a color of your choice. Yeah. I could pick the hallway, I could pick the den, I could pick the nursery. Nursery would be kind of off. But could I not pick the hallway? No. So there's probably a door in front of it, meaning that the next room out of the draft pick, I get it limited to decide the color. Right. Yeah. Okay. I see. Alright. Well, again, I'm trying to save the gem for a garden because I want that so I get more gems. So let's do the corridor. Yeah, well, it cost a gem is the only reason I was not. Gotcha. This is a little ironic. Damn. It is really fighting me on, like, spending the gems. I don't have a choice. Let's go here. Alright, what do you got? You have a... I don't care about the salt shaker or the compass. Although compass might be good considering. I would very much like the shovel. But I haven't come across any dirt patches yet to dig up. I don't have enough gold for the sledgehammer. I'll take the compass because I want rooms to be more north. I'll take that. Also, this is a lie. It's not handwritten, so that is a lie. But now something I'm trying to keep an eye out for is that it could be a red memo, but maybe a small piece of it is handwritten. That's what I'm also going to try to pay attention to. Hey, free door. Ooh, A rumpus room. I don't have the gem for that. We have a dark room. I really hate that. I have no choice but to pick the dark room. First time I've been to the dark room. I'm a little afraid of the dark room. Well, it's a dark room. Wow, it lived up to its name. No items. Now, we could turn the power off to this room, but we left it on. So there's definitely more connection to this going forward. I bet you... probably need the light off at some point. Next time we'll turn it off if we get the chance. Tell me what? Something that I could figure out in a moment? I'm gonna just kind of circumvent and say no. It's not fair or explained. Don't be like that. You're going with no. See, I want to come back to this room with the light with the power off. So when we walked in, the power went off. It's not clear that I can interact with anything, but the room is definitely relevant to something. Well, it was on the switch. When we went to the breaker box before, and the red light was on. When we entered, it turned off. It flickered off. So it could be one of those puzzles where, like, I could burn steps right now and then go check the utility closet, and it would be on right now. Or the breaker popped and it would be off. But obviously we probably need to see photos that are, we need the red light to be able to see the photos in the picture frames, because there's probably something hidden in the photos. Because if you know anything about photography or dark rooms at all, you won't be able to see anything unless you have the right kind of light, because it's not developed. So you need to be able to develop it. And certain types of light will damage it, I know that. So when I look at this, I think the light get turned off, which indicates that it needs to be turned back on if you want to know what it needs to be. So I am willing to burn a few steps to question that. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to be 18 again. Yeah, it's science. That's what I'm gonna do. It's we could do another day. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. See? Dark room is... Oh, it's off. Interesting. Yes. Alright, now it's on. I'm pretty sure that was... Because, okay, before, I had both of these on because of the garage and the dark room. I turned this off because FTL tell me to turn it off. We still need to find the button for this, which is relevant, or the piece of the breaker. So it did pop the breaker. So when you pop that room, it goes dark. To be able to unlock the secret, you probably need to come back to a breaker box, turn it on. That's not explained, probably what you guys were referring to, but with deduction and some common knowledge, if you know anything about film, I'm assuming the 0. I'm looking at this game very differently after the last time. That's what I would think to do. I understand how the game is thinking. I'm beginning to understand, I'll say. I don't fully, but I'm pulling the thread oh so slightly. I'm sure it'll slap me in the face later, but I'm trying to pull on a thread. So now it is on. So that, because when that light went off, the breaker popped. So yeah, that's general knowledge because I understood. Welcome, little animal. Here we go. Now, and we happen to have the magnifying glass, which is freaking fantastic. I don't see anything. Oh, here we go. Red memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Oh. Oh, I'm glad I happen to have my, oh, let's do, hold on, let's do no. I'm happy I happen to have my magnifying glass for this. This worked out great. Absolutely. No, don't do that. Give me this. Don't judge my notes. Okay, so red. Okay, so there's things with the memos to try to misdirect us. Which is really important. So in that room, they are not the same. Okay. Ah, that's the code for the apple orchard. That's what that is. I need to write that down. I can go open that gate now. Apple, we'll call it Applegate, is 11-28. Is the code for the lock. Boom. Call it Christina Applegate? You know what? Sure. Sure. You know what's funny is that if I go back and check these codes and I forget why I did this, I'll just be like, well, why is it called this? There we go. Christina Applegate, 1129 is the code for the lock. No context at all. Perfect. I'm sure that won't confuse me at all. All right. Put that over here. Put this over there. But I know what it's referring to. So, okay, so we got the code for that. What do you mean with Christina Applegate? What else am I blind about? I got the code here. Oh, I said? Oh, okay. Well, my note, though, for context, right there, is correct. I just said it wrong. Saying it in laughter, my brain going too fast. But I meant the code. I got the code right. I know it's 28. I'm very confident it's 28. I wrote it down 28. Okay. Well, this will be a free door unlock. That's great. I've got my metal detector. There's so many pictures to tinker with in here. Okay, lockpick set. Yes. Alright, okay, so let's check these pictures first. Which I cannot interact with. They're just beer and paint. Okay. Faces are blurred out. I can kind of make out her face. I don't think there's anything with that. Same photo, but a bit more detailed. A lot of variations of the same picture. Is Hurley the lead maid? Is that... I thought that was... Baguette? Was her name or something? With the... Ah, she's indicating that there's something in the drawer with a note. Writing. It's almost giving us a hint. I will forever remember this room and the solution. Believe me, it's scarred into my brain for all of eternity. You could come back in 5 years and ask me the solution to this fucking room, and I will tell you what the solution is. It's like that kind of memory you get. You guys ever play 0303? You guys ever like get a memory? Like you remember as a kid, there was like a boss or in a game or like a dungeon or a puzzle that like when you were a kid, you like now you could solve it without a problem, but when you're a kid, you struggled with it and you just like fatigued on your brain. And to this day, you could remember the answer to that puzzle. Just it's like scorched into your brain because of the stress and the anger. There's a couple Zelda puzzles like that for me. Yeah, the Konami code. Yeah, that's exactly right. Mm-hmm. You'd be right. Up, down, left, right, left, right. It's the tree again. Okay. This photo. And then what is this? Printed notes. HS has suggested yet another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said that the last development was too dark and kept an eye on that. Did it? I watch FTL. Congrats on that. Past you, high five. There you go. It's the way to do it. Not only did you unlock the puzzle to the game, you unlocked the puzzle, the ultimate puzzle, I dare say. Okay, so this is interesting. So it's talking about... I think that this is relevant. And I think that it might be something related to her picture in the other rooms, is what I get from this. I'm going to take a snippet just to be sure. But that's what I get from this. Because, what do you mean 13 already exists? Oh, 13 does already exist. Fuck you, buddy. What you been up to, by the way, little animal? I just want to say good vibes. And it's always a pleasure to have you around. I'll say that. Put up with my shenanigans. You are appreciated. If I could give you virtual pets, I would. Not lewd or anything, just nice. Being funny, having fun. Okay. Okay. So this photo, and I think the fact that there's emphasis on this room is intriguing to me. All right, so I'm glad I did the backtrack. That we got a screenshot of that. We understand that anything with Hurley's in her room, any red notes are also a lie, even if they're handwritten. Most or all red notes are a lie, except if it's handwritten. So all that's going to matter greatly. We now know the code to the Applegate. Christina Applegate. And I don't think there's anything else here. Coming back to this room after the breaker popped is kind of cool and a good little side thing. I can see how that was kind of hard to explain, that someone could kind of not think about that. But I've done too many things. Now we can see, so we can see the layout. That's kind of interesting. Also, there's got to be something to the laboratory. Did I say red? Well, either way. There's got to be something more to the laboratory because I keep lavatory, I should say, because I keep seeing it. The code check-in we can do, and I think that's a great idea. I don't think I'm going to get. So what item? Ooh, check in. So we can do metal detector, but I think we should do the rabbit's foot. Or we could do the watering can. I'm gonna say the rabbit's foot. Yeah. Rabbit's foot. Because I feel like this run's about to end. We'll put in the lucky item, and there's not really much else in here from what I can tell. Okay. Special keys. Can we lockpick? What is this? What are these room options? Room options are horrible. Give me my check-in. Yeah. I don't have a trophy room, but we're eating chicken. Eating that chicken. And we still have the boxes in the front, but we haven't, of course, or the chests. We have no keys for them. Which is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Oh. Yes. Yes. Old trophy wife in our dreams. If I see this bathroom one more time. I literally can only pick this. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we got some intel this run. We've unlocked some stuff and made some progress. Didn't see anything in that. That bathroom. Lockpick. Lockpick worked. I would love to pick the courtyard. I don't have diamonds. The paper crown. The paper crown. So, even though this will be well, we have the chapel we can go to. Oh, I forgot about that. Is that so? I watch FTL. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, I'm going to do this to get the steps, because we can actually go to the chapel and progress further, potentially. And because we have something that give us feet, the nursery, be good to go. Oh, we got money that's gonna get lost in the chapel. Ooh, it's got an Atari set. Ooh. VHS. Was that the solution? Your disappointment was immeasurable? Actually kind of a cool room. Oh my god, there's a hamster. Oh, look at him! He's so cute! Oh, he's a little hamster on a wheel. That's amazing. It's adorable. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. He's not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys and I will not have to share my room and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be. But today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is the good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Ah! Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it to mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside. Oh. But I got it back. And if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. Okay. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Oh. Today's a good day because my brother returns from college, and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way is crossed out. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home. Howdy, Mighty Jack. Typical indeed. Alright, so no other clues there, but that was interesting. Oh, the hamster's gonna get water? Hey, little buddy! Aww! Look, he goes around and does hamster things. I love his cute little beds, like a little bunk bed. That's adorable. He's off to go back to the wheel. Burn off those calories. Alright, so we got a lot of money from here, nothing really else. Okay. Alright, so we got some information. Okay. So we need to go back to the chapel. Yes, Mighty Jack. I streamed it on its release and a couple of days. I was kind of letting the hype kind of die down just a little bit and then going back to it. But yeah. I still have it downloaded right now, actually. I sure do. We're doing magic only, actually. Been good fun. But yeah, absolutely. Alright, so we're gonna go this way, loop around. let's go ahead and spend our money, because we're going to lose it in the chapel anyway. We have 7. I don't remember what the salt shaker does. It was something like, I think, get more food, or steps for food or something. Just to spend the money, we're going to grab the shovel. I don't know if I'm going to get fortunate enough to get more, rooms this run, but we'll see. What class are you doing, by the way, in Oblivion, Mighty Jack? And is it your first time? Or... well, you probably did a lot of modded, I presume. Before the remastered. Ah! I need this because I can actually get gems with this. What class or which direction did you go in Oblivion for your playthrough? I'm assuming, have you played Oblivion before? I would assume so, with like a bunch of mod. I know you did like a bunch of modded Skyrim. Garage would be great with this, but we'll do this, and we can actually get 3 gems from this. Of course, it's a dead end though, so. I forgot there was no doors to this. The other options weren't even possible for me anyway, so. It is what it is. It is what it is. I do need to come back and explore this. You know, I have the steps in the day. Instead of resetting this puzzle, I could blade archery, high level stealth. Nice. We could go back out to the front and at least try to open up the Applegate while we're at it. I have enough steps for it, and might as well burn the steps now to go get that clue instead of a new run. Yeah, because there's no other direction for me to go. And I don't believe there's any other information currently that I know of that's relevant to me. I'm not even gonna... yeah. Did I just get money back? Or no, it took my money. Never mind, because I had money. Alright, we're gonna head back out and go burn those steps. Wait. I saw some, wait, what did I see pop up earlier? Oh, the feet. That's what it was. Okay. If you hotkey a poison and use it on a bow, you could shoot them instantly, apply a poison, reset the bow animation, you can shoot faster. Ah! That's funny, Mighty Jack. I'm glad they kept all like the old bugs and stuff. I think that was kind of a good decision. Pure remake, so to speak. A very good decision. It's good fun. Good, goofy, glitchy fun. Oblivion. I tend to like being a little toasted while playing it because it makes it a little bit more entertaining. Game like this, I like to be a little sober and focused, so to speak. Well, they patched some apparently, and some they left, and I've heard some conflicting statements on the bugs in Oblivion, but either way, it works. This was the gem cave we just got. Ooh, but there's puzzles in here. Here's the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than this, especially if we're going to limit excavation to two stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk the structural integrity of the cave wall, so I suppose we'll have to adhere to this expert opinion, at least for now. We managed to remove all but one mine cart from the old tunnels. 2 of which were too rusted and worn down to be of any use to us up here. Dave went ahead and made the call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be too happy about that, but hopefully you can smooth it over. Now there's still one more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that side, but I think we're going to leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. This is interesting information. This last bit is what's interesting. Because we did go into the crypts, into that secret that we got from the chapel, and we couldn't go forward because of the minecart, meaning to get that minecart unlocked, we have to get to the other side, and there are a couple of ways to get to that side. And that's kind of what I was thinking in my head, because on the map of the reservoir, that like the underground, there was like a tunnel around. We were on one side, or the west side. We need to get more information on the east side, which we probably get by unlocking the east side. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. But that is an interesting piece of information. Is there anything else? Oh. Oh. We lit a torch. 1 of 4. Okay. That's rather interesting. That's near the front of the mansion. Oh, this room is nice. Yeah, that'd be pretty good, Mighty. I get the warning when I start up mine, funny enough, because apparently I don't have enough processors in my CPU. So it gives me a warning, but I can still run the game just fine. And I get... in the open world, it bounces between... between 50 and 50, 40 and 50. I get 60, though, in all, like, the buildings and, like, the small loaded-in areas, like the dungeons and stuff. So, even though I got the warning, I'm actually quite surprised at how well my computer ran it. Okay, so super useful bit of information just there, and progress. All right. So 11. The hell was it? 11:28. 29. There we go. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked as added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps! Let's go! Oh, that's huge progress. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Smoky, smoky, smoky. Fire, fire, fire. Smoky, smoky, smoky. Fire, fire, fire. Oh, look. Another one to light up. I got 2 more. Interesting. So probably 2 more permanent unlocks that we need to do. That's all the natural gas. Sundial. What's in here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Got secrets. Anything in here before I read the book? Before I get sucked into the book, is there anything in here? There's a little stool in there. I don't trust it. Little stool that should be a gem right there. It's suspicious. Gardening book. Let me just kind of flip through this. This seems relevant. Okay, so we'll read through this. When I first came to the state and the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, no record of any kind regarding the various garden and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvements, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders. Makes sense. I believe it could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. I'm reading a little too fast. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, in as much as it pertains to the horticultural and general tomfoolery. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from the gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death, and in the ensuring closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none by myself, but myself take notice. Was not working in my brain for a moment. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep. The light groundskeeping, the majority of these I discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. This is a good bit of information. We gain deduction information and some rules on the drafting of the rooms, which makes sense. There's got to be some like rules. If this can't do that, simple code logic. So if we want green rooms of specific kinds, we got to be near the edge. That's why we got the patio at that last room there. Interesting. One of the first tasks I unlocked as a groundkeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house, and while I would prefer a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appeared in the wings. Qualify soil quality. I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth, maximize the promise of high yields. Survey ended up taking 2 weeks, reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. I suspect that the room position has a direct relationship with the amount of fruit spread from the gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in the greenhouse. Interesting. This is really a minute detail, but is very interesting. This, to me, seems like a huge clue. X marks the spot, right? Red herring, assumed things. I see X marks the spot. We need to get a green room with a shovel in this square. That's what I get from this. Wholeheartedly. Science. Science. Pays to read. Take the time. Don't be like an attention deficit zoomer freaking out. I'm here. Yes, it says barren. That's right. But it's X marks the spot. Don't you stick that tongue out there. You're trying to throw smoke and shade to divert me. I see what you're doing. Wipe that shit-eating grin off your face. Drink some more tea. Yeah, you never do that. Me. Oh, I know who you are. Oh. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electric power. The installation of a new system was substantially undertaking, as almost every room in the house had had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment outside the house still are connected to powered by gas line, including not limited to the orchard's smog pots. Or smudge, excuse me, smudge pots. The smudge pots found along the apple trees here in the orchard are critical necessary to the cold temperatures, right? High altitude at the estate. They're heaters to keep plants warm. During the winter months, when the pots are not in use, the orchard gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the state's other past power machinery applications. See, that's a clue. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel, Reina. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the patron of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anna took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listed me rave and prophetic on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. So something happened with the statue. She wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth, and I'm too scared to chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best prediction, pretty good considering I have only ever seen Reina's description in the chapel. This, I don't know if is relevant, but I think is interesting. So there's a statue that's relevant. This could be hinting at the thing probably Euron didn't mean to give away because he said something that I just happened to pick up, but that's probably hinting at paying attention to the pictures of in the chapel to be able to work the statues in the crypt, I presume. But we'll keep an eye out for any other statues to kind of tinker with. This was a very interesting bit of information on the book that I think is very interesting. Oh, the birds flew away from the bath. That's... Oh. Alright. I have a few more steps, and we can make other progress that I want to try. I'm looking for things. I'm looking for secrets. That's what I'm doing. So we have the camp, did all of that, opened up that. We can't do anything with the gate. Can't do anything else with the house. We want to open the gate at some point. Assuming we can get the garage on that side. Maybe another room. We haven't opened up this door yet, which is intriguing to me. We lit 2 fires. That's very intriguing. What's up here? Nothing, because I can't get up there. Those fires got lit down here. Welcome, Clay Bird. What you doing? What you doing? I bet this activates an elevator. This feels like an elevator to me. You just a looking. Lampert's just a looking. The puzzle. Okay, we've already done everything down there. Nothing got lit there. That's probably a perma unlock with the other door, maybe. What day am I on? 5. No, I'm sorry, 4. We're just ending day 4, excuse me. I'm gonna go be a little nosy over here while we have some steps. I just ran out of steps, and Trying to do more puzzle solving while I'm out here. Let's go across the bridge this way. Wait, no, that goes to that room. Wait, how do we go? Follow this way. Follow this way. This way. This way got cut off because I don't have the garage open, which means it could have been something on the other side that I missed. There's like a big tree and stuff. Okay. Well, if we happen to get a garage on that side, we'll try to work on that. All right. So we start with extra diamonds now and feet. All right, let's call it a day. Saying we had so many items. I feel like we have the shovel, and I know the shovel's referencing to things inside, but I still think there might be something to shovel outside. I haven't seen any dirt patches that indicate that, but that's kind of what comes to mind. Yes, my rabbit's foot. Sure did. Thought about doing the watering can instead because of the gems, but I decided rabbit's foot. And we never got to use the silver key, but we got it for free, kind of anyway. So, alright, call it a day. Next day. It's a good puzzle game, Labyrinth. That's what you're wondering. It's good. It'll make you go kind of mad, but it's good. Oh, yeah. Yesterday I had, not yesterday, the day before, I had a little... We did pretty well, and then I got stuck on one thing, and I'll never forget it. Okay. If you have any questions, Clay, I'll answer. Be nosy. Alright, first things first, let's go activate our special room. You know what this game is. Ooh. Hovel. Ooh. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms. The negative effects of the 3 red rooms. Sure. I just want to go into the bunker. The hell? And no, you're on. Time lock safe. We have notes. Remain where you are for now, given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow. We've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the 3 of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Okay. Sure. Time lock safe. The shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting up an unlocked date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. The measurement of radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the reading is 12 USV or higher, emergency protocol will initiate and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. Like a measurement. $11. So it was just short of having all the doors unlocked. Okay. As for the date to unlock the safe, I think is indicated in this, probably. There's no date given. Day 5. Okay, so I'm remembering November 4th was, I think, the date we arrived. So I would think so we need to know what today's current date is. So this is a memory to know what days that we arrived here. And then if you know that date, you could unlock this thing because you simply can add the time. So I believe that's the time. Let's hold on. Let's see. What's this? Swan Song. It'll dial up. You can get some more dates from this. It can only be 1 hour in the future. That's a pretty specific thing. Is this the same thing? This is where I got November 4th. The service has been temporarily to say, as of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly and all domestic staff has been placed on extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. So it would be November 9th right now. 1993. That's what I don't remember if that's the exact date we arrive. Here we go, Saturday, November 7th. That's when we saw that, which I think was on our third day. Okay. Special orders. Keep doing special orders. To magnifying glass, because why not? Let's guarantee some stuff in the shop. Data transfer. Unavailable. And then we already know all of this. Okay. So, I think it's November 9th. As for the time, I don't know. Do you know what I think? I think that this is a really super clever puzzle because everything has had to do with like the month and the time, and when it says this, I think it base it off of your computer clock. Your computer clock, the game can read, or you could get a game to read it if you wanted to. So another solution is our very own current time. So at least 1 hour in advance. So right now it's April 30th. Let's do that. Let's try. Let's see how clever this game is. So 30th. And then currently it is the PM. And for me, it is 6:47. So it needs to be set at least 1 hour in the future, which would be 7. No, it doesn't. Shit. Oh, that would be super clever. But no. Okay, so we need to figure out whatever the date is. So that's not the right one. Well, I can't change the minutes. It won't let me change the minutes. I could do 8. But I don't think it's rounding up like that. It's doing it by the hour. But sure, we can try that. Nope. Nope. Didn't work. Okay. So let's do what I think it is, which is so you're telling me that if I set this to April 30th at 7 p.m. and confirm, in 11 minutes my time, it'll unlock. You saying that makes me want to wait for 11 minutes. If you're gonna put me through that torture, the hit better be accurate. Meaning, is my mind the right way? You're kind of gonna have to force it, because otherwise we're gonna sit here for 11 minutes. Which is kind of mean, but okay. Sure. It is not. Okay. Has nothing to do with your real clock. Okay, good to know. Alright, so let's try. Let's try November 9th. We start the morning off early, so it'd probably be in the AM, and it said that, didn't it say the time when we first started? It might have. I don't know, let's say 9 a.m. There's a way to find the time. The sundial. But on me, I don't have any. I would assume the sundial in the orchard. That would be kind of interesting. But it should. I don't know how detailed that sundial was. Let's go find out. We have steps to burn. Go to the sundial. I don't think there's anything else here. To the sundial. It's a little bit of a jaunt. It's a little bit of a journey. We're solving puzzles. What we do. What we do. Where the hell is my orchard? That's not that. The orchard is, this way. All right, what is the current date? Please, sundial, give it to me. Wow, that would have been really clever. It's a shame that there's so much information on this sundial that I can't decipher it. Well, I know. Yeah, the game isn't quite gonna be that deep with it, but yeah, there should be some kind of thing on here, but there's probably another way. I'm assuming a computer. Yeah, shadow, don't think it's the same shadow it was yesterday. Let's take a look in here real quick. Was there anything in here? Rules. Okay. A way to check the current date is what we would need to know. The only thing I know of is I think it tells us in the very start of the game when we first load it in. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go back and go find it, because I could do that. Because fuck that. That's what I think. So I have what's called streaming hacking, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I have zero empathy on that. Should not be this fun. No, it's okay. I just know that some of my rhetorics are not personal, but I'm gonna fucking fight back. Yes. Day 5. Okay, let's see. Does it tell me in the very beginning? Hold on. Day 4. Tells me it's day 4. Shall wait. I have no audio. Yeah. I will say that there's gonna have to be some give at some times. It's not just a blanket thing. There's gonna have to be some give and take on that. There's only so many times you can throw a bunny into a wood chipper before I get a little much. Well, for one, I don't know where to look, but sure. And I'm also reading a chat. I'm gonna stress something, and I'm gonna say this with love. Whenever I do puzzles and I do games like this, one thing I will say to kind of put the groundwork is, when you guys are playing this, you're not doing it while streaming and also looking at a chat. So when I'm blind, it's also because I'm looking at 5 different things. So a little bit of giveaway with that. If you want to point that out and do that, that's really low-hanging fruit, and I get it. But I'm just gonna say, I'm looking at 50,000 things. You try to do this under these circumstances, good luck. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm gonna get there. It's day 4. Exactly, like these nuts. Me and my pillow. So it's in the other screen? Gamers don't look up. I see a clock there. Is that clock an indicator? Probably be too deep for that. Ah, there's a time there. It is 10 a.m. No. There's a clock there. Okay, so that tells me that. Tells me the date. I can. But I was trying to see if it was something displayed before. If it was something more that I missed. Is where I was going with it. So it's 8. I thought it was 8 a.m. I even said that. But I guess I got the date wrong. But it's day 5. So when did we get here is the question. I thought we got here November 4th. Well, yeah, I know that. Moving anywhere involves time. We're all technically time travelers with space and time. The current daytime. Oh, so it doesn't round up. Oh. And it is currently ticking along. Did we get here the 4th? Because that's where I remember the 4th. I can go to the first stream and find out when that date was, but I'm assuming it was the 4th. Which means it's November 9th. So it is currently 10:45. Okay. It's about to be 11. So we need to quickly go set that clock for a certain time, and it should open. So we know it's currently 10:45 and it's moving. It's about to be 11. Which means we'll have to set it for 12. And probably, well, we might be able to make it in time. Quick about this. I think we arrived the 4th of November. In game, it was kind of gradually moving. So if everything is correct, it should open in just a little bit. So get your popcorn, enjoy the suspense. Assuming November 4th is correct. Because that's when all the staff had to get prepared for their arrival. Which is like the day of their arrival. I added 5 to that, which is 9. Please be right. I did it for 11. It was like 15 minutes away from being 11. I don't know if I have to, it says it needs to be at least an hour in the front, so we probably have to set it for a different time. Maybe 15 minutes is not a big enough for preview window. So let's set it for... You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future, at least. Once unlocked, the time safe will save. Okay, for 4 hours. Okay. Is the arrival date the 4th? I'm asking. Is that not the case? I'm gonna say 1 p.m. Is not the case. Okay, what is the date? Because I'll just go check out the stream. I'm a little like, if you hint at something and there's not a clear way to know it, that's a little bit more nerve-wracking. I'd rather nothing be said unless I'm asking directly. So I'm gonna kind of like finagle that a little bit. I get the kind of back and forth of the entertainment thing, but is it like there's a clear way to know this? My 10th would be my guess. I don't think I've seen what day it is yet. I've not been to the right room to know the date. What room has the date? And I can know whether or not I've been in that room. Okay. Very clear indication room with a date. Clear, like it'll just say in bold print, this is the current date? Or is it like a room that typically has dates that I might not know? It's like, is it a general knowledge thing in that room? Are we counting to it? Okay. Alright. We'll get more puzzles. Or more clues for more bigger puzzles. Bigger puzzles need bigger clues. So day 5, that nothing up here. You have to look, be paranoid. Exactly, I watch up to exactly. Yes, this is the context that's needed. We could get an early storeroom. I'm for it. Give me that money. Double key. Give me that gem. There ain't no other clues or things here at the moment. Alright. And now we can do a den. Yes. We do den. Give me my gem. Give me my gem in the den. Den in the gem. Yeah. I don't care for this. This I care about. And gives me more rooms to open. And more steps. Ooh, and I got a free key out of it anyway. Sweet. Nothing seems changed. This fact that she has a moon on her necklace is interesting. Here we go with the parlor room bullshit again. Let's see if I can get this right this time. Some free gems. Oh, good old deduction, huh? Anything else in here? No. Alright. The blue box contains the gems. This box is the black box. So that's a false statement. This box is the white box. So these are both false, which means this has to be the true box, which means that the blue box contains the gems. Beautiful. And it's blue gems. Hey! Ooh, we get security. We can do the coat check-in. I love that it shows me what I have in there. That's kind of interesting. We have the gems, and we can get some potentially information, so let's do security. Again. So we already have the password, so this is irrelevant. We've already read this. And that these are the red notes are lies, except for if they're handwritten. Free apple. That's so yeah, that's funny. It does happen. It'd be that way sometimes. And again, we read all of this. We read that. So the only thing we got out of here was the apple. I'm assuming the computer. It's kind of strange that the computer terminal doesn't tell us the date, because I would think that this would tell you the date, but it doesn't. Kind of sad. No, swan song. Why am I connected to this? I'm just gonna see if there is a date. I'm assuming there's not. I wonder if there's something that gives it away in the glossary. Okay. Yeah, none of these things make any reference. I just wanted to see. Maybe something about, like, first day, or... It's kind of a glossary kind of give you clues about, like, what things mean. Alright, let's go this way. Drawing room is tempting. Yeah, let's do drawing room. We've already read that. No items or anything that I can tell. Alright. This is... Currently looks like it's... Okay, I see. Ooh, this gives me dice for rerolls, which is pretty nice. Or we could get 2 items. I feel like... I don't have a tomb. Let's do the closet. Let's be different. Let's get some items. Which is a dice. Cool. And another key. Cool. So now we have 4 keys. So that's the 2 items. Well, I'm glad it gave me dice, because I wanted the dice. Kind of worked out. Pantry goes down. Kitchen goes up. And I want to go up. Let's actually, let's do this. Ooh. Spreading money around. There's a chance I backtrack. What's the hallway do? Hallway puts us down. Office will give us the safe, which we now know the code for. But it costs us 2 gems. Yeah, sure. Sure. Not talk about the red herring. Do this and move forward. I'm assuming the count will be the same. Okay, we've already read this note. My free gem. So it really only costs us 1 gem. Which are anonymous there. One thing I'm intrigued about is now that I have the security room, what does it mean with the data links? That's what I'm going to try. That beautiful dial-up noise. Don't you love it? Sweet, sweet dial-up. Remote access terminal. We now have terminals. And we can actually see the shelter. Connecting to terminal. So I could use this to put in a time. Oh, shit, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to back, not log out. God bless it. Interesting. So if we found the room, air quote, that had the time, we would do that. You could do it from here without backtracking all the way there. That seems like the purpose of this and only that. And what happens if I activate the security terminal? I haven't been in the laboratory, I guess, is the one room I haven't done anything with. Oh, we never did anything with the keycard system. Right. I remember this. So, the security level setting, we're going to put to low because we don't have control of the power. Offline mode is locked. Let's change offline mode to unlocked. Well, wait a minute. If that's the case, then any security door will probably be locked if it's on. Nah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's what I want. Forgot to do that. I'm glad I did that here. Hey, I haven't missed anything. Beautiful. So relog into the network to be able to pick a different terminal, even though I've connected via the terminal. Okay. What about data transfers? Now, that Sinka, isn't it on a camera in the black room? That name seems familiar. That's going to become relevant later, I'm sure. We have no idea to know the time yet. We can access the bunker from here once we get said time. Interesting. Also, there's new paintings because this room isn't on the edge with the windows this time. Interesting. Oh, let's spread the money too. Hold on. I'm thinking about it. Spread gold in the estate. Yes. Turn the main menu. Boop. So now I've missed coins, but that's fine. Sometimes it puts it like right away in this room, so I'm gonna double check. And then we'll double check the rooms if we have to go back. Fine. Let's say the hallway is really tempting. Just because I want that extra path. And I would really like a garage on the east side. So I can get my gate unlocked and get a little bit more information. So this is a lie. Which is kind of interesting. We don't lose money by doing the chapel, but I do want to do the corridor because I wish to be on that side. So that's a lie. So if that's a lie, then doors in the West Wing are more likely to be unlocked. And the West Wing, I assume, is literally probably these squares. Which I still gotta get the X over here at some point. I'm assuming that these two probably indicate the wings, and then this is like the center, if I had to guess. I don't know for sure. That's what I would think in my head of science and deduction and big braining. Look at that match, isn't that beautiful? I guess I spread only the gold behind me. I wish I could wear that hat. It's just the outside one? Ah. Okay. Pantry goes up and gives me gold. This goes down. I don't want the end. I want to go up. So I shall take the gold into the pantry. Ooh, banana. And we've read this. We've taken a screenshot of that. We already know all of that. Took my 4 gold. Don't see anything else that's relevant or changed. Chapel, because we won't cost us anything. I'm not interested in the store right now. I am sheltered. We have 2 different doors now. We have 3 different doors to go in other directions, which is great. Locked, okay. The nursery is tempting. Spare room is even more tempting. Again, I'm looking for a green room in the draft. Do I re-roll? The time to re-roll. Yeah, let's use the dice. Damn. I haven't actually been in the kitchen yet. So I think I might select the kitchen. Nah, because the dining room gives me another door, though, in the way I want. This will give me a key. I have enough keys that if I get the silver key from this, then I'm assuming I'm assuming it's always a silver key. Like the other room is always, so that would give me a door with many doors to unlock, and I have the keys for that. That could be useful. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. We'll do the billiards puzzle. Knock that out. Anything else in here while we're here? Give me that key. Give me that key. Alright. 11 to start. 10 minus 6 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. Oh, purple's division. It's our first division. 2 divided by 16 is 8. Oh, here we go. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Times 15 is 30. Divided by 3 is 10. Perfect. That gave me 2 keys, not the silver. Okay, well. Still, either way, we wanted keys. Because when we're getting further up, we need keys. Hoping for the silver. I can get keys for sale. I don't want any of these rooms. I haven't done the kitchen, so I can pick back because I haven't had that room yet. Nor have I had the locksmith room yet, though. Both of these would be kind of interesting. Check out. We have to do backtracking, and the kitchen would have us have food, which would give us steps. So simply because of that, we'll do the kitchen. And we have never been into the kitchen yet. We might have more potential, like, total knowledge. Oh, there's a dog. A lot of spices. That's an okay kitchen so far. Anything else in here? Anything? Mortar and pestle. Just the menu. A chef salad for 5. Banana. I love how I get 5 cents for every greenhouse or green room in my house when I literally have none and I was trying to find them. That's interesting. I don't have enough for club sandwich. I'm sad. So I guess we eat a second banana. And I can do another banana? I can do 2 banana. Perfect. Got some steps. There's nothing else of relevance in the kitchen. I find that very hard to believe. But I guess so. Nothing has indicated to us to go to the kitchen for anything, so. Alright. Yeah, we're going this way. Oh, now you give me the courtyard. You son of a gun. I don't want the dining hall. The courtyard does give us a path in the right direction, but it costs us another gem. I don't have any ways to get gems from courtyards at the moment. I just wanted a garage or anything open on this side, but it just didn't work out that way. We'll take the nook, which will take the key, and we'll circle back to go up to the hallway. That is going to be where we go. That was that was yesterday, not today. So I currently do not have thy shovel. I have no items, actually. I have a rabbit's foot in the check-in, but we've kind of passed by that. I wish I had the shovel. Otherwise, I would have selected the courtyard. That would have been a very nice. Yeah, it's easy to kind of conflate the days. It's kind of like in Bellator, you're used to like a certain run, and then when you restart, you're kind of disoriented. Understandable. Passageway is really tempting, but honestly, we have not had the library yet. And just because of that, I want to pick it. Like, I know you guys were saying yesterday, make sure you pick some rooms you also haven't seen in a while, because we can get more info as well with that. So I'll try to keep that in mind. And books are knowledge. Knowledge is power, especially in this game. Oh! A book request. I don't have a magnifying glass, but I don't necessarily see any text that could be hidden. So if I pick these books, they'll be drafted the next time. The above signatures. So we can pick these books to get information the next time. I'm gonna say the pump system because we still haven't figured out how to drain that water yet. But I'm assuming all of these are needed for various things. The drafting strategy probably gives us a better variety with the drafts for the house. That could be good. The stars sound like it has to do with the observatory. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say the pump system. Yeah. Okay, so it remembered this pump system. So the next time we get the library, we'll get that manual, which might give us some indication. Hello. Additional reading. The House Dictionary is a great source for information. If you wish to read more about the specific room in your house, press R to pull up the dictionary. It works the same as the stock market, pump and dump? Yes. Yes. And, well, yeah, stock market needs cocaine, in fairness. Okay, so, you know, not quite the same. Okay, so there's a book to read here. There's a couple of books to read here. What is over here? Far Away book. Mount Holly scrapbook. Oh, this shows my progress. My favorite floor plans. I can't seem to pass up the billiards room. Ah, so this is in-game stats. That's kind of interesting. Oh, looking at the stamps have given us a stamp collection. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay, so stamps have some relevance. I thought they did. They seemed like they did. They were kind of... Because you couldn't see the text unless you had the magnifying glass, which is kind of interesting. Okay. No other puzzles. No other puzzles. Total time, total days. Longest day was 3 hours. I wonder what that was. Total days 5. Average is an hour and 45 minutes per day. Resource record, steps taken. Yeah. That's kind of funny. Okay, so that just gives us information of stuff we've already done. Interesting. Of course, we can come back and request the other book. So we'll have to draft the library again. Alright. Rotunda. And the archives. Ooh. I can't afford this. I wish I could. I'm gonna say the archives. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. That sounds horrible, but I'm protected from this because of my shelter. So we just get to go to the archives. Now this is where you get information. Now, where is information? Because there's gonna be a lot. Now this seems like the place to my head that maybe we would get a date. Maybe. Alright. I see dates. This makes me happy. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular child's writer adds another feather to her scholarship cap. Honor. She was no stranger to the public eye. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success, the niece and closest living relative of Baron H.S. St. Clair. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political association that one might make with the Sinclair family. Okay. Now this is referencing the same authors that we saw in the library. Swinburne author never considered herself success. Some was actually got me writing. I'm gonna just speed reading it, see if there's anything in from useful. Marigold had elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, which we read, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party. Oh, Jesus. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard. Oh. Bud Manning, the publisher, went on to 24 names, had appeared on the leaked dossier named a person of interest. No group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack. It is widely believed by authorities the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. That might be the anonymous X that they were referring to. That might have some relation. This is interesting. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors. Unfortunate happenstance. Interesting. Marigold drops publisher. Interesting. Was seen at the center of suspicious bag under something, waved down a local something. This is the 3rd major this year. It's weird that this is cut off. That is weird to me, so we're going to snippet this because this could be relevant. Could be very relevant. Just because of the way the text is cut off, I think it's interesting. It could mean nothing, but it's interesting. Also, we need to keep an eye out for pictures of this guy. No traces discovered of Sinka, heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Mary Marigold, was seen by a close friend Friday into a carriage after a late luncheon date. This Jones never arrived home and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities were very concerned but have not deemed the case foul play. It's out of character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. Now that's interesting. I think that's interesting. September 2nd. Thieves in the royal capital with the jewels. Team authorities said that they were altered in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall, brandishing firearms. Though an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasure artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown. You mentioned a crown. The priceless crown jeweled whose materials worth pales in comparison to the historical value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the thief was politically motivated. So this gave us old dates, not current dates, unfortunately. But that's some lore dump. That's interesting. That ties into the red letters that we were kind of experiencing. That is a very lit up dolly. That's a little suspicious. Where else can we go in here? Is that literally that all that was in the archives was that? Oh, that's a little disappointing. I wanted more than that. This is unacceptable. This is only a lore dump room? That's it? With pictures of a tree. Ay-ya-ya. Yeah, that's fair. And yeah, it's kind of probably, oh, you have to go find this in the archives or this or that or yeah. The furnace. That's a dead end, though. Boiler room. That's a different room. Power source? Yeah, let's go to that. Oh, it's a keycard door. Great. Oh. Oh, we might have a puzzle here. Pressure puzzle, it looks like, maybe. Great puzzle. Okay. Well, that has no relevance, it seems. And that powers that, so... that powers something. That goes to that. That doesn't go to here. I would think that that's relevant. Then turn that on probably puts the pressure into whatever that is, which probably powers that door up there, but I don't have the key card. We could also turn it to where it goes into this barrel, which comes back this way. What else we got up here? Oh, it also drops the gate, it looks like. I see. Alright, so let's do it this way. That goes to it power... That goes to power the bridge. So let's do that. Okay, so let's go tinker with that. But this does not open. But it opens up the bridge. Interesting. Okay. What does this do? That does actually nothing because this needs to be connected, so that would be that. This is also pumping into the main boiler, which I guess would go into this, which then should go. What does this do? So that has steam that goes nowhere. Ah. Ah. Oh, it's a... Hold on. Does this affect it? No, this affects that boiler. But this, it looks like. This looks like a timing thing where we have to get the opening to where we can actually see it. There was like a bigger gap there. And boom. Nope. Perfect. Alright, so this opens up. Means we can do this. Now it makes it go into multiple directions. Which lets it come down, right? So then it means we can do this, which turns that on. Which gives us the elevator. Okay. And then this we want... not that. That gives us activation to the... Wait, does it not give us the boiler up there? I thought that this would. No, we don't... We don't have any steam there. Okay, we'll take the elevator. Ah, because now we can turn this on. Gives us something else. This, though. That is very slow. Perfect. And of course we can have the bridge from before. I know how to do that. Da, 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 da. That also powers that door. So you need both to power up that door. That goes into the big pot. Oh. I need 2 more lights on, which means I need 2 more bits of steam inside this for it to matter. But I need to have this... Okay, I see. Alright, so now we don't need the elevator anymore. So let's do this. And then... this pump is going there, but now this one needs to go across to the bridge and also goes into the boiler. So now we should go up and go to the boiler, and then all 3 should be connected to the big one. I believe. No. Wait, who's not connected? This one's connected, right? Hold on. It opened the door. Yeah, there's a lever down there. Right, which goes up to the boiler. Right, I need to switch that one. Roger. Is that, yeah, that determines the valve. Okay. Thank you for that nudge. This is a fun puzzle. I like this. I like puzzles with pipes and pressures. He's going. Not explained. Once you turn the boiler on. So this is a permanent thing. There are some things I get that, like, once you kind of solve, they kind of stick around puzzle-wise. It's kind of a little bit of a theme of the game that I am understanding. But yeah, they don't explain that. Oh, you can decide where it goes, though. Right. Now, the thing about this that I find very fascinating is that there's been a lot of rooms with all of these different, vents that I thought were like air conditioning, but this is steam related. So, something I could see being important is you get the boiler room, even if it's on. Say if room requires it, you have to figure out which rooms are connected to try to get the steam to it, knowing the boiler room and how it works. See, that is interesting. We'll keep it just straight for now. But okay, I understand. That's a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, we can switch this now. It's a bit weird. My understanding so far is the direction in which we push the steam would matter. Switch the power now to the right and draft from that left door. Or left if you want to go left. Right. So whichever way I want to go, I want to take the steam with me. Okay. Because the direction of that would matter. I get that it matters which direction. I very much want a garage. Oh, yeah. Right here on the screen. Okay. Perfect. That's all I need to know for that. And it shows which rooms have the means to give that power. So, like, this room does not, but these two rooms do. Ah, I see. Okay, because I have another door, I'm going to do this. Because I want to go outside. Because I think there were things in there I missed. Potentially. And you have no... You... Oh. The boiler can circumvent the breaker box. I understand. Wholeheartedly. I don't have the keys. Damn it. Oh, see, like, shows the power there. That is really cool little, like, bit of information. That is highly fascinating. I just wanted to double check because I had went out to this side. There's another gate we haven't opened. That might just be the end of the map, maybe. Maybe. And I know that this goes back to, like, the bunker. And I don't... Yeah, now the boards appeared here. So I don't think there's anything relevant. We already opened the gate, so we don't need to worry about it. I need to get to the other side with it. I just got unlucky this time. But I understand. Now, if I go here and change the boiler, though, that garage door will close. No. Huh. I guess once it was powered, it's it. Just stays open. No power to close it, so... Okay. I won't question that. I'll take it. Alright, power now goes this way. The breaker box, that's funny. Ugh, God, the weight room. We lose half our steps? No. Well... Yeah, because it's the first 3. Yeah, you guys are right, do we want to go back to the archives and see if we can get some, like, maybe we can get some better rooms down here, because we've already sealed ourselves off from the entrance. But yeah, we'll pick the weight room. We'll send that up that way. We're sheltered. We'll waste a step, go into here, and see if we can get, do we want to burn a key on, like, potentially a better room? I'll burn 1 key. I got 6. Could have put power to it? Yeah, that's alright. But yeah, we could have. Well, damn. I've not been in the furnace. Yeah. Nice. I'll take the dining rooms because it's safer. Yeah, be careful, because if I take the furnace, it'll be a sheltered room, which would make the weight room hurt. Yeah, we'll take the dining room. I don't have any food yet. If this door is locked, we'll skip it. Okay, here we go. Well, we know that the West Wing Hall is unlocked. At least we'll have unlocked doors. And I'm burning this to see if we can get, like, more loot to progress and maybe more steps. Is there anything else in here while I'm here? No. Okay. Gymnasium. No. No. Sure. It connects back. We'll take that on the way back. We've already read that note. I'm going to take the dice. 100% dice. That end, I need some kind of upgrade. Perfect. Give me my dice. It's only 2, not 4, but still, it's fine. Anything else here? I love that this is just here from the upgrade. It's kind of wild. A little spooky. Alright. Go this way. We're going to check this room. It's a shame I got that room that gave me 5 steps when I drafted bedroom, and I could have gotten this room after, which would have given me 5 steps, but, you know, it is what it is. Give me my free gem. And even though I already have these, I still open them just to do it. I don't see any keys or anything else in here, so we can go back to the archives, which is sheltered, and then we can go back to here, and then we know that the weight room is sheltered, and we have power going this way. Okay. Woo. Yeah, losing half your steps would be crazy right now. I'm so glad I got that bunker. That has really paid off. We can really only go one direction, which is this direction. Spare bedroom. Seems like a great idea. And it gives me some steps, which is fantastic. And I got a gem. Sweet. Yep, I do have dice. You are right about that. Alright. I got a key. We might be our first... Now, but we haven't unlocked the antechamber. This is the thing I'm fully aware of. See, we can do a passageway right now, but the problem is I know I haven't unlocked the antechamber. But I guess it probably would give us a clue, maybe. Yes. Let's do a passageway. Let's just get knowledge. I'm okay with that. And we have a dinner, so we can backtrack and possibly get like 20 steps, which would be worth it. No electric door. And antechamber is locked. Yeah, we know that. I've got to pull those 2 other levers, which was indicated. Oh, the bedroom has no power. But this has a power source. Ew. I don't know what getting power to the antechamber does yet, but that's interesting to know. How many steps back is it? It might be worth right now. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It's definitely worth going back right now just to get this is sheltered. Just get that dinner, which I took a different route, but that's okay. Shit. Ooh, it's pizza. Ooh, pizza. I don't have a furnace. Still worth it on the step front. Alright. Well, this is officially the farthest we've ever made it, which is kind of cool. Granted, we didn't get no power to the antechamber or kind of anything like that, nor did we open it already. But we knew that it was going to be locked, and we haven't done anything to kind of unlock it. So my understanding is that there's still 2 levers to pull to do that. And we got to find those. So let's go this way. I don't have the requirements for the pool. We have to reroll. Unless I want to be stuck with the lavatory. I don't. It's expensive. I wish I could have the laboratory right now. That's a new room we haven't been to. I don't have the money for it. Oh. We're not sheltered from the dark room, so we would get the effects of it. Nor do we have a breaker box to turn the lights back on. Alright, well, let's pick it. I don't have much of a choice. What's this other room? Ooh, courtyard. Gymnasium and the furnace. Oh. Gymnasium is expensive. Man, these red rooms are bad. Damn. Could do reroll, but I'm like, do I want to do a reroll? We have the feet. We could do the gymnasium. It's gonna hurt, but we can. At least get information, because we've never been to the gymnasium yet. Any other information here? Nope. Absolutely nada. That's a red door. That's interesting. Green rooms do not cost money to draft. Is actually not a bad thing, because maybe we get that in like the dark room options. Maybe we get extra steps by doing this because we have... Wait, no, I don't have a nursery yet, so I do not. I do have the bedroom though. Let's do the terrace. It's gonna cost me 3 steps. That's gonna hurt. Anything else out here? No, just pretty terrace. That's it. That's it. That's all that's here. I'm burning my keys. Probably not the best way. Oh, the mailroom is here. I think I haven't redrafted the mailroom, so I might get a package. Or order placed. Okay, never mind. So we now at least have the next thing. Okay, so we helped ourselves for the next, the future. Alright, we've read that. Is there anything else in here of any use to me? You'd think the mailroom would have the date. You'd think, right? You'd think. Because, you know, dates are kind of important when you're dealing with mail. Just saying. But nah. Yeah, we already read all of that. Nothing here, nothing there. Interesting clock. Okay. So let's look at the runs pretty much toward the end. The dark room's gonna hurt us a lot, even with a dice roll. So we're gonna try. We'll see how lucky we get. Maybe we get something. So we're gonna try it, but there's a couple rooms we could do toward the entrance that we could make it to for other information, but as it stands, I feel like I've gotten a good bit of stuff from this run right now. Good bit of information. We learned about the boiler room. We double checked the side with the garage. We set up the mail room. Got to a couple rooms we haven't been to before. We ordered the library book. Okay, I'm pretty happy about that. Alright. Gymnasium hurts. Lights will flicker. Breaker popped. Go figure. Alright, let's try this one first. These are gem requirements. I love that you can re-roll them and not know what they are. This is interesting. Yeah, let's pick that. Whatever that is. It's the boiler room! Oh, the furnace, excuse me. Not the boiler. I don't have a shovel! God, it really wanted to give me the furnace room, didn't it? It's like the third time it popped up! It burns. 5. Now we even have more. No, I'm sorry, 6. I must got 6, including this one. My bad. 6. I wish I had a shovel. I could dig that. And you could run power to here. That's kind of it. I could go. Wait a minute. The boiler is steam, but steam is, even though it's steam, is hot. It's water. Could you run that to put out the furnace to get something in the furnace? That seems like a puzzle to me. Hot steam could put out a fire. It seems counterintuitive, but I mean, it's still wet. Even hot water is wet. I felt stupid saying that. I really did. Yes, I can still go south from the dark room. It'll be a blind thing, but we'll give it a go. Ooh. Ooh, this one. The mage chamber. Oh my. We might get intel. Staff noticed. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of the benefactor, employer, master, and baron of the Mount Holly, excuse me, H.S. St. Clair. Any staff who have been interested in attending services may contact for more details. And the following instructions left by the baron himself. Effectively, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. That tells me a date. Why do they have to leave the premises by November 6th? Is that because somebody's arriving November 6th? I think it could be November 6th is the day. I'm writing that down. That could be important. We can try it. I might be able to actually make it to the office to check the terminal to do that. I don't know if I have enough steps to do that, but I might actually to open that safe today. Because that seems kind of interesting, that bit of information. And then there's the staff. Interesting, interesting. They have to vacate by November 6th. That seems interesting. No, I will not put on a maid outfit. I know someone in chat. I know somebody was thinking that. No. The answer is no. Also, there's a statue. Milla. Interesting. So the only thing we got from this was this date. I wish. So that date alone is kind of interesting to me. Where was the office for us here? Oh. Didn't we get the office? Yeah, we did get the office down there. Okay, so the problem is we don't know the time outside with the clock. We only have 18 steps. But we have a date to work with. So I think what I'm going to do... That's okay, so we hit a dead end. This is all we can really do this run anyway. I'm going to use my steps to go out the garage. Right? Because I can... That's fewer steps if we go out the garage and pass and out that way. We also need to look at the clock. And we can do that there. And I think we can do that within the amount of steps. It'll be kind of close, but I think we can. We have to skip past the gymnasium. Okay. I'll be good about this. Okay. Do it this way. The mailroom, funny enough, had the time, which we could have stopped by and looked, but that would have been a little too much. Okay, boiler room. We're at 13. 12. Out here, it'll be 11. Okay, and then once we go over the plank, it should be 10. No. Ooh. Okay, we have the time. Or we have the steps. Let's take a look. Okay, the time is, I'm assuming in the PM. That's 8:35, almost 8:40. About to be 9. So we need to set it for 10 and wait. 10 p.m. November 11th. And then I'm assuming it'll open at that time. 10 p.m. November 11th. I'm on day 5, I believe. I'll double check. Yeah, day 5. The 5 plus 6 is 11. I did it for 10 p.m. And it'll stay open for a couple of hours. Right. Yep. 10 p.m. Boom. Okay. So we did it definitely an hour before. And now we just have to wait for a moment. In-game time doesn't go by too quick. But I feel like we made really good progress today. We got some unlocks, some puzzles. I'm quite happy with the direction. Gotcha, you're gonna wait forever? Yeah. Yeah, this kind of stuff is kind of interesting. It'll be worth it, but I'm really interested in the flame torches we lit up. Get those other 2 unlocked. There's that other door on the side of the mountain we haven't unlocked. There's a whole other east side of the gate we haven't even unlocked. Nor the antechamber. I've got kind of some lore. I'm assuming my mom, like, if I'm this guy's nephew, right, for like lore-wise, I get the impression that the writer, the Marigold writer chick, is my mom, right? She was the niece of him. So maybe he cared about her, and then so indirectly cares about my character. Like I'm a great nephew or whatever. That's what I take from when I was reading that with the things. And we had the letter with the ex anonymous about the kidnapping, and it kind of got settled with the gems and everything, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then the newspapers and the archive kind of hit it at um, the writer, the other books, and the relevance of the crown that we're probably going to find has some connection here. And what else did they talk about? But I think the people that were involved in that crime of the theft mentioned are probably the same people that were talked about in that 8th red letter we got in the safe. I feel like they're probably connected. Probably. What else? Oh, we still need to get the gardening room with the X and a shovel on the same day on the left side. X marks a spot seems like a very relevant thing to me. That's the big one that I haven't done that needs to be done. And of course we got other rooms we can kind of draft on the side here. These side rooms seem the most relevant in like unlocking the bigger picture. Which makes sense because like the first one was the tomb, and then it kind of gave us some maps and some other things of the bigger picture. I have I have the steps. I can go out and go see if go see the clock is ticking because we have 4 hours after it. Come on, believe. I want to hear it. I want to hear the click. The moment I walk away is when it'll click. I know it. Assuming I picked the right date, though. There's that. It's fast when you don't want it and slow when you do want it. It's funny how that works in life. Speaking of time, I see what you guys were talking about this game like sucking up your life. Its game is fun enough that it makes 3 hours go by like that. Holy shit. And it's addicting. It's crack. You're not in, pain or brain fog. It's fantastic. A great time. Yesterday there was no way I was doing this. My brain would have lost it, especially with everything. I'm glad I waited today. These kind of games you kind of have to be like really fresh. Otherwise it it's really a pain in the ass. You might get stuck on derpy puzzles. Or pieces of the puzzle, I should say. Derpy ones. Open! Three, two, one. Let's go look at the clock. I don't hear anything. With plenty of steps. Is it past 11? No. It's almost at 11. It's ticking along. Or I'm sorry, 10. Excuse me. I'm 11. I'm being stupid. I set it for 10 because of the way it was before. So it should unlock in 15 minutes in game time. And holy shit, look how slow that clock is. Yeah, no, you're right. 100%. 110%. Okay. Well, we know it's close. Really used up all of our steps. I feel good about using up all the steps. Like, I feel like we got the most bang for our buck for the day. And starting with the extra 20 feet now every day is going to be just... It's going to... We got that apple orchard unlock, and that's huge. I feel like that unlock in particular is, like, super good. That feels great. To extra 20 feet a day and the 2 gems? It's beautiful. Freaking gorgeous. The next time we take the path, I need to go to the right and focus on the edge more and try to get whatever opening to be able to get to that side to get the gate unlocked permanently. That's what I really need. I don't want to touch anything, but I did pick 10, not 11 on there. I feel like my brain might have betrayed me. I hope not. Because either way, I might be just screwed. If I did. I don't want to touch the computer because that might reset things. It's just very slow. We're just chilling. It should click any moment now. There it is. Nope, we got it. We're good. Number 7. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of the indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in that fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under the cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront. I'm assuming they're talking about, like, communism, like getting past the red border. I mean, that's what that seemed like to me. I believe that this may be have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the ruby crown. Dun 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 dun. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, that's what I was talking about. I believe that this scenario entirely plausible. And the fact that 2 of the crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renowned optimism that she is still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. Ooh. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back. That's a great description. And the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open in that distant land. I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Courtney. That is very interesting, lore-wise. And we got the safe done. Fantastic. That worked out beautifully. Question. What happens when you run out of steps in this game? Do you just automatically lose to the next day? Because I've never actually ran out of steps. So I've got 3. I'm kind of tempted just to do it to see what happens. Boop. Call it a day. You must now call it a day. Okay. Cool. Look at those rooms. 7 red rooms. 5 bedrooms. Wait a minute. The Scarlet Inn? Dude, there's like drapes of all the crimson it's talking about. That's kind of wild. Is that because I have so many red rooms? Oh. Yeah. Okay. Day 6. Beautiful. Sadly, though, 3 hours, and I do have to wake up tomorrow, and I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to play this until 3 a.m., to be perfectly honest. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. In a perfect world, that's what I would be doing! But it's good fun. This game is great. We'll play more tomorrow. I'll try to start a little bit earlier, and hopefully we can go a little bit longer, because it's a Thursday. Fridays are a bit light. Thank you, Brave, for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Huge shout out to Urine and RHFTF for the help. Much appreciated. And a little bit of teasing. We appreciate it nonetheless. I understand. I truly do. I do. And much love. Abso-freaking-lutely. And of course, don't forget, if you want to have 20 extra steps and not have to wait on a stupid time puzzle,